The cake hit the floor with a wet, sickening splat, chocolate frosting exploding across the linoleum like blood from a fresh wound. I froze, my hand still outstretched from where I'd been about to take it from him, the birthday candles flickering pathetically in the mess. My brother Alex stood there. His grip loosened deliberately. I saw it in the twitch of his fingers, the way his eyes locked on mine before he let go. "Oops," he said, but his lips curled into that smirk, the one he'd worn since we were kids, the one that said he knew exactly what he was doing. "Eat off the floor, sis. It's not like you haven't before." The room went silent, the laughter from our family dying like a choked engine. Mom gasped, her hand flying to her mouth, while Dad just shook his head, muttering something about clumsiness. But I knew. This wasn't an accident. This was Alex, my older brother by 3 years, the golden child who'd always gotten away with everything, reminding me of my place. On the floor. Humiliated. Again. Rage boiled up inside me, hot and immediate like acid in my veins. But I smiled. Forced it wide. Teeth gritted behind the curve of my lips. "No big deal," I said, my voice steady even as my heart hammered. Inside I was screaming. "You bastard. You absolute bastard." The cake was more than sugar and flour. It was the one thing I'd made for myself on my 30th birthday, after a year of scraping by in a dead-end job, after Mom's cancer scare, after Alex's endless jabs about how I was still figuring things out. He'd promised to carry it from the kitchen, acting all helpful, but this was sabotage, pure smirking betrayal. I knelt down, scooping up the ruins with a paper towel, the sticky mess clinging to my fingers like shame. The scent of vanilla and cocoa turned nauseating, mixed with the faint bleach smell of the floor cleaner I'd used that morning. Family members murmured apologies, but no one confronted him. Why would they? Alex was the successful one, the lawyer with the corner office, the one who sent money home when Dad's pension ran thin. I was Emily, the screw-up sister, the one who dropped out of college after a bad breakup, the one who still lived in the family home because rent in the city was a joke. As I cleaned, my mind raced. Denial first. Maybe it was an accident. He's your brother. But no, that smirk. That goddamn line. "Eat off the floor." It echoed back to childhood, to the time he'd pushed me into the mud during a family picnic, laughing as I cried, telling me to eat dirt like the pig you are. Mom had scolded him then, but lightly, always lightly. Boys will be boys. Now, at 33, he was still that boy, but sharper, crueler, hidden behind a veneer of charm. By the time the party limped on with store-bought cookies, resentment had rooted deep in my chest, a thorny vine squeezing my lungs. I watched him across the table, chatting with Aunt Lisa about his latest case. His laugh booming like he owned the room. Heartbreak twisted in. Why does he hate me? What did I ever do? We'd been close once, before Dad lost his job and Alex became the family's hope. Maybe that's it, jealousy. Or just the thrill of power. Whatever it was, it fueled my fantasies. In my head, I pictured slapping that smirk off his face, or worse, exposing him somehow, making him feel small. But doubt crept in as the guests left. Alone in my room that night, the house quiet except for the hum of the fridge downstairs, I paced. The floorboards creaked under my bare feet, cool and unforgiving. Am I overreacting? Just a cake. Well, it was the culmination. The dropped cake was the final straw in a lifetime of slights, stealing my allowance, blaming me for his mistakes, whispering to friends that I was unstable after my depression hit in my 20s. He'd even dated my best friend in high school, just to watch me squirm when they broke up. Obsession took hold. I sat at my desk, the glow of my laptop screen casting shadows on the walls cluttered with old posters. I Googled ways to get revenge on family, half joking, but the results pulled me in. Pranks, anonymous tips. Nothing fit. It had to be personal, something that mirrored the humiliation. My fingers hovered over the keyboard, heart pounding. Fear mixed with the anger. What if I get caught? What if this makes me the villain? But the cold resolve settled like frost. He needed to pay. The next morning over coffee, Mom noticed my quiet. You okay? About the cake. Her voice trailed, eyes soft with that pity I hated. I forced another smile. Gemma. Accidents happen. But inside planning began. Subtle at first. I asked Alex casually about his work as he packed to leave. Big case coming up. He grinned, tying his shoelaces. Yeah, defending some tech exec. High profile. Why? Just curious, I said, voice light. But I noted the details. The client's name, the court date. Hints for later. Days blurred into quiet calculation. At my receptionist job, answering phones for a small accounting firm, my mind wandered. Resentment festered during lunch breaks. Alone in the break room with its flickering fluorescent lights and stale coffee smell. I imagined his phone blowing up with calls. Endless, harassing, from unknown numbers. 58 by midnight. The idea sparked from an old movie, but it felt right. Poetic. He dropped my cake at 6 p.m. By midnight, his world disrupted. Guilt nagged as I researched. Burner apps, spoofed numbers, nothing illegal, just annoying. Is this who I am? Moral conflict ward. He was blood, but blood had betrayed me first. I tested it on myself first, setting up a fake call. The ring startled me, shrill in the empty apartment. The work. Tension built slowly. A week later, at a family dinner, Alex complained about stress. Work's killing me. Non-stop calls. I hid my smirk. From clients. Something like that. His eyes narrowed, but he shook it off. Subtle hints. I'd started small, 1 call a day, automated voices selling nonsense. He didn't suspect yet. Inner thoughts churned. What if he traces it? What if Mom finds out? Doubt made my hands shake as I scheduled more. But obsession won. Heartbreak from years of being the lesser sibling fueled it. You're nothing without me, he'd once said, drunk at Thanksgiving. Now I'd show him. The atmosphere thickened. Nights I lay awake, sheets tangled, listening to the distant traffic. Sensory details sharpened. The metallic tang of fear in my mouth, the cool air from the window raising goosebumps. Planning evolved. Escalate to 58 calls in one night. But why 58? Our ages combined. 30 plus 28. No, 30 plus 33 is equal to 63. Wait, perhaps the minutes in an hour doubled, irrelevant. Just felt right, overwhelming. Dialogue revealed layers. Calling him midweek. Hey bro, everything okay? You sound tired. Yeah. Just weird stuff. Prank calls or something. His voice held suppressed rage, a crack in his facade. Poor you, I said sweetly. Manipulation subtle, heightening my cold resolve. As part 1 closed, suspense simmered. I'd set the first wave for tonight. By midnight, 58 calls. But a twist loomed. Hidden motives I hadn't uncovered yet. Midnight approached like a storm front, the clock on my nightstand ticking with mechanical indifference. I'd scheduled the barrage through the app, voices varying. Sales pitches, wrong numbers, static whispers. 58 in 6 hours, clustered to maximize disruption. My phone buzzed with confirmation. First call sent. I pictured Alex in his sleek apartment downtown, the city lights filtering through floor-to-ceiling windows. His king-sized bed rumpled as he jolted awake. Guilt clawed deeper now, mixed with exhilaration. This is revenge, but is it justice? Moral grayness enveloped me. I wasn't hurting him physically, just mirroring the emotional drop. Humiliation via interruption. But obsession blinded. Fantasies of his frustration, his smirk erased. The first hour passed in tense quiet. I refreshed the app logs, seeing deliveries. No response from him yet. Then, at 12:30 a.m., my phone rang, his number. Heartbreak surged. Does he know? His voice was groggy, edged with anger. You up? Yeah, what's wrong? Innocence feigned, pulse racing. These damn calls. Nonstop. You hear of any apps or something? Maybe a virus on my phone. Sympathy laced my tone. Sounds awful. Maybe change your number. Can't work. He sighed, revealing vulnerability. It's like someone's targeting me. Suppressed rage in his words heightened tension. I almost confessed, doubt flooding. He's my brother. Stop this. But resentment won. He dropped the cake. Murk. By 2 a.m. logs showed 20 calls. He texted. This is insane. Calling the cops tomorrow. Fear spiked traced. But the app promised anonymity. Inner conflict peaked. Am I the monster now? Flashback layered character. Childhood memory. Alex protecting me from bullies once, before resentment grew. His motivation. Dad's favoritism toward him, pressure to succeed, turning him bitter toward my easy life. Morally complex. He wasn't evil, just flawed. Pacing intensified. Sensory. Sweat beading on my forehead. The room's stuffy air thick with lavender from a forgotten candle. Sounds. Distant sirens mirroring chaos. At 3 a.m., another call from him. Listen. I think it's that ex-client. Paranoid, but dialogue natural, secrets bubbling. Why would they? Long story. Screwed up a deal. Hidden motive revealed. His success built on shady ethics. Betrayal deepened. Not just to me but others. Cold resolve hardened. I escalated, adding personal touches. Calls mentioning eat off the floor, whispered. By 4 a.m., 40 calls. He called again, voice breaking. I can't sleep. This is torture. Guilt twisted like a knife. Come home. Mom's worried. No, wait. Suspicion crept. You smiled when I dropped the cake. Weird. Tension peaked. What? It was funny. No, it wasn't. Rage unsuppressed. Was it you? Denial. You're crazy. But he hung up. Fear he'd figure it out. Climax built. 5 a.m., 50 calls. I heard tires screech outside him. Door pounded. Emily. Open up. Confrontation. He burst in, eyes wild, phone in hand. It's you. The voices. Your accent slipped in one. Shocking admission. I'd recorded a few myself, obsession overriding caution. Fight. You dropped my cake. Humiliated me. That. It was a joke. But his eyes betrayed. Intentional to assert dominance. Twist. As we argued, Mom emerged, overhearing. Alex, what did you do? Revelation. He'd been embezzling family savings, blaming market dips. The cake drop. Distraction from my questions about finances. Poetic justice. Cops arrived. Not for calls, but a tip I'd anonymously sent earlier, doubting but acting. Unexpected consequence. Alex arrested but heartbreak. Family shattered. I stood in the dawn light, resolve crumbling to guilt. Revenge tasted bitter, morally gray victory.